It's time to live your dreams. Nothing's gonna stop you now. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. Every day a woman reigns. Every day a woman reigns.
Hey everybody, welcome to Style with Trysh. We have an amazing show lined up for you. I have a very special guest. Every platform I've been on, she's been there with me. She's none other than Felicia Hunter. She's going to be joining us here in a few moments. I just had a few things I wanted to share with you guys. First off, I want to thank Swag Her Magazine for allowing us to come on and partner with them and share these wonderful guests that we bring on and introducing you to throughout this country. Just a reminder that Style with Trysh season 3 is coming up. It's coming up. Our debut for season 3 is going to be Sunday, March 5th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are available on the VTV network. All you have to do, it's a free app. Upload the app on your Android or on your iPhone, and you can watch our show for free, absolutely free. It's streaming there and it's available to you. We are also bringing back our Queen for the Day contest. Now that contest starts on March 12th and it goes until April 9th. And what you will win a free makeover. We'll have our on-set makeup artist. We have our on-set stylist, and we will also give you a free photo shoot with 4 edits. Now you can't beat that because y'all know photography is expensive nowadays. Editing is even more. So you get that with the contest, as well as be a guest on a future episode of Style with Trysh. The winner for that will be announced on our April 16th. Excuse me. My months are all off. But April 16th, we'll announce the winner of the contest. So make sure you go to trishstanley.com and apply, but you can't do it until March 12th. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. But without further ado, I want to bring on today's guest, the beautiful, effervescent Felicia Hunter. Welcome to Style with Trysh.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm so glad to be with my sister on set today. I'm so excited. I remember the radio show, so just to see you grow and develop is just amazing.
Thank you. This is what we do. You know, we had a whole conversation off air. We're gonna try to bring it here. It'll be easy. It'll be easy to do. I know you well, as I shared before, every platform that I've existed on. And I want to thank you for that. And not just you coming on and sharing your gifts and your talents, but just being supportive. Anything that I share, you're either commenting or something of that nature. And that's very encouraging to me. And so I really, really thank you for that continued support. But like I said, I know a little bit more than our viewers and listeners out there. So share a bit about who you are and how your journey in fashion began.
So again, I'm Felicia Hunter. I actually grew up in South Carolina. I've been married for 16 years. Currently live near my parents now, which is amazing. I guess God's preparing us for children in the near future. They're retired, kids are coming. Hey, you're in the right spot. I actually have a degree in fashion from the Radford University in Radford, Virginia. So I've been trained on everything from the history of fashion to colors and also understanding fabric, stitching, and all of that stuff. It's interesting with the program, we got a mix of design and merchandising students, which allowed us to get engulfed in how the design aspect works. So you're also merchandising the clothes so that both students in both tracks could get an understanding of both sides of the industries. So that when they go out prepared for both sides. So that was a nice aspect to have in my educational track. My mom has always said I love fashion. She said when I was a kid, she would pull out clothes and I would say, no, I don't want to wear that, and pick something else out. And she said it worked. So she stopped picking out my clothes. She let me do it. I've always, when I've walked into stores, I've been asked to help with something or ask questions. And many times looking at myself like, I didn't wear anything fashionable today, just being myself. So I know
Yeah.
that's a calling on my life, and you attract who you are. So
Mhm.
I started Fashionable Purpose in 2015 as just a website, blogging, putting scriptural reference to
Mhm.
fashion, having a quiz on there about discover your style from different decades, all of that stuff. And then it
Mhm.
started developing into actually getting into consulting and really figuring out how I can help women determine what works for them, what doesn't work, and help them create a new look for themselves with what their current style and desires are for where they are in their life. So I
Mhm.
currently do styling for clients, and I'm excited about the future with that to help women discover their purpose.
Yeah, and one of your mottos there, is it? You said your clothes are an expression of you. Don't change it. Revitalize it.
Mhm.
Break that down for us as to what that means for you.
What it means for me is we many times when we think about I need a new look, we get rid of the whole closet. I've done it. I need to get everything out of here. We're going to donate everything or give this to somebody I know. I got to start fresh. You don't have to do a purge at that level to really discover who you are. There are
Mm.
certain things about you and how you purchase items that are consistent. I remember when I was a teenager, I had a cousin and he didn't come around us often, but he said, Felicia, always wearing a jacket. I said, you know what? I do always wear a jacket. And that was my signature. And I have people that say, where's your jacket at? Like if I don't have a jacket on, I was like, what's wrong with you? Like I used to always wear a jacket or a vest, and till this day, I will wear a jacket or a vest. So certain
Mm.
things are your signature style, but there are
Yeah.
ways to revitalize it by adding pieces in, different colors, textures, patterns to enhance what you already love about your wardrobe. So it's not
Mhm.
throw everything away, it's revitalize it by adding pieces in, figuring out different ways to wear your clothes,
Mhm.
experimenting in your own closet so you can
Mhm.
relive those items that you've had in there because there's a purpose why they're in there. Everything
Yeah.
was not an impulse purchase. There's
Mhm.
a purpose why you bought it. So revitalizing your wardrobe by finding what works for you and make it different with your current wardrobe.
Yeah, and then it also helps too to have a second pair of eyes because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, when even stylists, sometimes it's good to bring in a stylist because
Yes.
when you have a different eye there, they'll automatically look like, for instance, this weekend we were doing our taping, and of course, style myself, but then I also
Mm-hmm.
have a stylist on set, and so in my mind, I
Mm-hmm.
already had it made up in my mind how I was going to wear a certain look. And he
Mm-hmm.
came in and he was like, Trish, he said, that would be bad with this. And he just switched it all up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I never even thought about that. So it's
Yeah.
good to have that second eye and
Mm-hmm.
opinion here to kind of help boost you and see all the
Yes.
different many ways that you can wear a particular look or piece.
Mm-hmm.
You spoke a little bit about your the name of your, and I remember when you had the blog. That was so
Uh-huh.
fun. I remember that. So when you said, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
um, but now you are fashionable fashion. Help me, fashionable
Fashionable purpose.
purpose. How did you come up with that? It's a tongue tire for me. Y'all have to excuse me. I got big teeth. But fashionable purpose. How did you come to that name for? Because you said it started out as somewhat of a ministry. So how did you come about
Mhm.
that name?
I truly believe what you wear it influences and is a part of your calling that God has given you on the earth. I truly believe that. And I called it fashionable purpose because you're using fashion towards the purpose that you're called to do. So
Mm,
the colors you wear, the style of clothes you wear, the
mm,
items you put on, how you wear your hair, your makeup, your shoes, all of that represents what your purpose is. People
mm.
know me by how I dress, how I do my hair. I don't have my spikes in today. I mean, it's crazy. I need to get back
Right.
to my spikes because
I'm
everybody's
a
like,
little shocked.
I had dinner, and she told the waiter, "My friend's coming. She's got the spikes." And I was flat hair that day. I said, "Okay, I'm out of order. I got to get in order." So people know you because you have identified yourself with your fashion, with your purpose. They're aligned together. So that's what the name Fashionable Purpose came from.
Okay. And I so get that. It did throw me off, but I remember it just came off the cruise. So I can understand.
You got to have hair that you can maintain while you're on the cruise now.
Absolutely. And especially if you are in a position where you are, we'll get in because we're going to start breaking down the services that you provide, but especially if you're like a speaker, an author, a singer, and you're before the public eye, having certain pieces and things that are a part of your identity, that also becomes a part of your brand and your branding. And so much to branding. I need to have a show just on that in itself. But like you said, we're used to seeing you with the spiked hair. And so when we don't, it kind of throw us for a little bit. And I was told, because I'm one of the things I'm known by are my locks. And so I cut my locks into a little cute bob, which was fine. That was acceptable. But then when I started rocking the wigs and which I'm still gonna do, by the way, I started rocking the wigs and the weaves, and people were like, "Okay, we like it, but you can't stay there because we're using the locks." And so I love my locks. I will never part with them unless the Lord take them. But I will never part with them. And so they are definitely a part of my brand. So when you think about Trysh, one of the first things you're going to think about is locks, or is my locks. So I'm saying all that to say that even the small personable things that we think might be the smallest minute things, that's what people are identifying and connecting us to. And so when you were saying that, that's very true. We see it every day. Now, some of the services that you offer, we're kind of just going to run down a few, because I like the first three, because they're things that we don't even, first of all, I need you to explain them. But the other two, we don't even think about particular areas to employ a stylist. Girlfriend style chat. That's a service. So describe what that service entails.
That service entails us getting on Zoom or a phone call and just having a chat session with me about your fashion dilemmas. Let's talk about what the problems are. And I am just going to give you advice, direction. And then from there, if you want to further with services, getting, looking for shopping for items, getting you some ideas with your closet, then we can go from there. But it's a great way to just sit down and talk to someone about I got this problem. I need guidance with this. Can you provide that guidance? What does that look like for me? And going from there.
Yeah. And I think it probably helps break the ice, especially for people that are new. They're new to it. And it also helps you get to know them if you're working with them. So in the girlfriend style chat, are you, is it kind of like a consultation? So like, what's the outcome of it? The outcome of it is for you to provide them a service, and maybe that's where you're trying to determine, or they're trying to determine exactly where you would guide them in that particular area.
It's a consultation to determine, okay, I've talked to someone in the field. They've given me their advice or direction. Can I do this on my own? And this is the end of our conversation, or do I need her to help me further with services? And most times people are going to want further services because they're going to need at least an initial get me started figuring out what's happening in my wardrobe, and hopefully from then to be like, hey, can you keep helping me figure this out so I don't have to do this on my journey alone, that I have someone to support me during this process.
Okay, I got you. And here, after we go talk about the difference between a stylist and a consultant, we definitely got to do that. So the second one is something in an area that I never even thought about, where people might struggle, but it's major, and that is interview ready. You help your clients become interview ready. Break that one down for us.
So I'm not the traditional, you wear a black suit, white blouse, and black pumps to the interview. No, we're going to help you express who you are at the
Yeah.
interview in a professional manner. And it
Mhm.
depends on the industry, because sometimes
Mhm.
people are overdressed for certain types of jobs they're applying for, and the industry
Mhm.
doesn't require you to be suited up. It may require you to wear a nice blouse, some slacks, or a skirt, or it may be
Mhm.
something different. And it may be even a casual environment, but you still want to show a sense of professionalism. They want to
Mhm.
see who you are. Not you
Mhm.
dressed in a black suit and a white blouse and pumps, and you come in with a red dress with a hair wrap on and some other stuff on the first
Mhm.
day of work. And they're like, we didn't see this at the interview. Who is this
Right.
person? So you want to
Right.
present yourself honestly who you are, but help them guide people on what that looks like when it comes to presenting themselves for an interview with their potential employer.
Yeah, and one of the things, my daughter is at the age where she's preparing for interviews, but it isn't
Mhm.
as, like you said, the last instance. It's not as formal in
Mhm.
a sense, because she's a creative, and
Mhm.
the industry that she's going into doesn't require all of that.
Mhm.
But one of the things that I noticed, because it's been so long working in the
Mhm.
industry I've worked in for almost 24 years, I've forgotten, what it felt like to go and interview and
Yeah.
type thing. But you're already worried about, do I have the knowledge base? Do I have what it do this job? And you're worried about, going in with your best foot forward. And you're also worried about the
Mhm.
competition. Who else is going to be there? Who me out? Or will they beat me out?
Mhm.
Those type things. Why not go in with a sense of confidence? Because really, um, when we're dressed at our best, and I don't know anybody who would argue this point, when we're
Mhm.
dressed at our best, that's when we are our most confident. And
Correct.
so why not get assistance in the area of what to wear, so that at least that
Mhm.
level of confidence is already there, set in
There. Yeah.
place. And I just never
Mhm.
thought about that. That's just
Mhm.
crazy.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
the area I
Mhm.
really, really, really think. I really do think you should really push that one hard, because
Okay.
we really don't. I don't know the average person that would think about that. We're just automatically thinking, and I'm a fashion person, and I'm
Uh-huh.
automatically thinking, okay, well, let me put on a suit, or let me put on a sweater, a nice sweater with slacks, But like you said, depending on the industry, that may even be overdressed or underdressed. So I really think that is an area that is really unvisited. It's not visited enough.
Trish, I actually saw someone, I think I was at a fast food restaurant, and they were for an interview, and I believe it may have been for maybe working in the office environment, but of course you're working in fast food. They had
Mhm.
bought a brand new suit, and it was
Mm.
female, and she still had the tags on. And I was like, baby, you done wasted your money. You didn't have to buy a suit, not for
Wow.
this interview. And I hated that for her, because I'm like, and she was so nervous, but I was like, this is, you went too far in for this
Yeah,
particular industry. It wasn't necessary. You could
yeah,
came with a blouse and some slacks or some khakis on with some shoes and a blouse and been perfectly fine for the interview, because it's
right,
a fast food environment. You're not in
right,
that corporate office either. So,
right.
things like that, I want to help people avoid. You
Mm,
going to the mall and you spend
mhm.
all this money for one day, and you've got something in your closet.
And even a twist on that, you look at corporations like Amazon, not Amazon, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Google.
Yep.
You look at jobs like Google. Google is very corporate. It is
Yep.
very corporate in the sense, but they are very laid back in their dress.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
if Google was to call you for a job and you're thinking, oh my God, I got to be in this navy blue
Yep.
suit with this white blouse, and and then you go in there and
Mm-hmm.
everybody, the person's interviewing you, might have on a sweater. You know what I mean? And so you're highly overdressed. So
Rest. Yeah.
I think that's very smart too, and it would help alleviate that particular area
Mm-hmm.
of anxiety. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going in. I think it automatically will help boost the confidence in that particular area.
Yes.
I love it. I love that you offer that. And then the next thing following that, first day of work.
Mm-hmm.
Expound on that.
So you come to the interview, you're dressed, presenting yourself. First day of work, don't blow them out the water. You may like colors and prints, but we need to take step by step. Come in, presenting your best self, get a
Yes.
feel of the environment so that you're not sitting up here, you're the only spotlight in the room. We know you're the great person that's got this job, but you don't want to be spotlight. So helping people navigate that, like navigating how do you transition into bringing more of who you are into the workplace.
Yeah.
I always went to interviews with spikes in my hair. My mom's like, "You're wearing spikes?"
Girl.
Sure am. And they accept me for that. I have coworkers now. Where your spikes at? I mean, my bosses be like, "Where your spikes at? This looks weird. Where are you?" Because when you present yourself, they're expecting you to show up at work. So then I
Yeah.
start introducing color slowly and patterns slowly. And then people are like, "Oh, I love that on you. That's very nice." But you do that gradually. You don't want to,
Yeah.
you wore, neutrals at the interview and you busting out with neons on the first
Right. And that's so
Yeah.
true. And even within the company that I work for, now that I think about it, the department that I worked in before, and this is within one corporation, the department I worked in before, we dressed
Yeah.
in that. And when I say dress, I'm coming to work every day like you with them heels on, and we dressed in that department. And then I transferred to a different department, and everybody has on jeans and t-shirt, and here I am coming in decked out. It was like, I even had a guy tell me, he was like, "Trish, you putting all these other women to shame," because I was coming in decked out, and I had to learn to relax my my dress to fit in with the rest. It wasn't that I was changing who I was. I just went from dressing fabulous with the high heels and all of that to dressing with the sporty loafers and the, never dressed down as far as they were.
Yeah.
I adapted to the environment, and that is so, and that's within one corporation.
Yes. Correct.
That's interesting. So those are, I love those three. I love the girl style chat. I really love interview ready, first day of work, and then the rest that's on this list is what we're used to hearing, which are photo shoots. If you're a conference speaker or presenter, which is very important, special events, weddings, and that includes bride and the bridal party. Those are more common type things. But how do you, you can touch on those or expound on those, on your approach to any of those.
So for special events, I'll use one of my clients as an example. She had a maternity shoot. So I helped her choose the appropriate hairstyle, the color of her hair, makeup. We got certain earrings, choosing the dress and the shoes. So, I can assist people with the whole look, because the whole look doesn't matter. You can have on the right outfit and the hair be wrong, earrings be wrong, makeup be wrong. It all has to flow together. We're not in competition. Your hair should not be in competition with your dress. Your shoes should not be in competition with your dress. We want to see the whole person, not be looking at one area more than the other. So I've helped clients with the whole look, not just the garments of their
piece. And if you've worked with, if you are hiring, and I say this all the time, and I really try to help in areas I have lost. So if I could have every penny I lost, my husband says you just add that into tuition. That was just lessons learned. Just what you learned. And that was the tuition that you had to pay for it. But if you are doing a special event like a baby shoot, maternity shoot, or even just getting headshots or whatever for your business, and I think that everybody, I don't care. Please let me say this. I don't care if you don't have anything that you're doing that you feel right now is putting you in the public eye. I feel like every single solitary person within age and up should have professional pictures. That's just me. I think you just never know. You never know when you will need those professional shots. And in doing a professional shoot, if you hire a makeup artist and you have a stylist there, they should be communicating. Your hairstylist should be in the conversation. And it's all, I've never had a shoot, or even when I do my TV show, where I don't have my makeup artist asking me, okay, well, stylist, what's she wearing? What is she wearing? And then the hair. Okay, well, how that's not going to work with this blouse. Okay, so we need to do something different with your hair. That is it's like a heartbeat
Yes.
of the whole thing.
Yes. Yes.
You don't have those pieces in place on your shoot, I guarantee you it may not fare very well. You might look up, but you don't want to look up when you're spending your money. You don't want to, just so happen to be luck. You want professionals in place. So it's very important to have a stylist who considers the whole look, a makeup artist who considers a whole look, a hairstylist who considers the whole look. All of them should be asking, okay, well, what are you wearing? What's your makeup gonna be like? What they all should be asking that question. How do you feel?
And it was interesting you say that for the maternity shoot, the makeup artist that she chose did ask, what are your colors for the photo shoot? And she gave her an idea of what she was thinking about doing. And she didn't consult it back with me and said, she's thinking about this for the makeup look. And I was able to communicate with the makeup artist and say, okay, that works. Or is that too much or what have you? So it helped out. So everything flowed together. She was able to pull in all of the colors into the makeup, but make it look all presentable. So it wasn't like you saw her face, you saw the whole look. It was perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah. And nothing's wrong with people. I used to I used to feel some kind of way when people say, oh, your makeup looks good. Well, I'm thinking about, what about the rest of me? But it's okay. Sometimes people just communicate that way. Yeah. But just because someone compliments if they notice something, that's just what stuck out. That doesn't mean that the hair is not in place or the outfit is not in place. It's just what stuck out to them first. So if you're in that environment and someone's speaking about the, one particular thing, don't take it personal. That's just way people communicate. So we were sharing before, we're talking about the outer clothing, and we talked off prior to the live, and we were also talking about undergarment and the importance of wearing pieces and things to where it smooths things out. No one is expecting anyone to be perfect. Because we already know realistically that is not a thing that exists. We come in all beautiful shaped sizes. Yes. And they're all to be celebrated. However, there are different things that we can do and we can put on our bodies to make us look the best that we could. And you were sharing a secret one of the secrets that you use.
So for all the ladies, we have that area we call the stomach. And sometimes during that time of the month, it likes expanding. Sometimes we eat too much and it just starts expanding, and then it wants to add a friend on top. Looks like a little food there. We all understand that it happens. One trick I have learned, and I'm also heavy chested at the top, so I have to consider support and all of that. But one thing I have used and learned over the years is to wear a simple tank top. I'm not talking about it doesn't have to have any support with it. It does not have to be spaghetti strap, just a regular tank top. I have bought them in several different colors. They are under all of my shirts. I know the summertime we get hot, get spaghetti strap ones. If we get too hot during the summer, it makes a difference. I don't know what the magic is, but the magic happens. It smooths everything out. So if that little stomach is pooching out a little bit, you put that tank on, it smooths out just enough. It's like a little covering before you put your outer garments on. So it gives it that support it needs. So it's like, oh, it tells your stomach, get in alignment. We got to look good in here. Let's get straight. Let's push in. And it smooths out. I can tell a difference when I'm not wearing the tank. It's just like nothing is, it's like a covering. Like God covers us, it's like a covering over your body before you put on the outer garment. So it does help with support. Ladies, don't spend a lot of money on it. I've gone to your retail stores, got them for $3. And don't be afraid of the department. I have gone to the teenager section. Get large, extra large, 2X. Find your size because they use it cheaper over there. And they last a while. I've had tanks, I can't even tell you, from retailers for years. Because if you just wash them, put them on, it's they're just undergarments. So they're a key to keeping you looking smooth without feeling restricted with any other shapewear or any items on.
Yeah, we were kind of not really joking, but we were kind of laughing about undergarment as far as Spanx and
Yeah.
they are I don't know, they are very, what's the word I want to use?
Um,
Sorry, this thing has come up on here. They're very constricting.
yes.
And there are some people like myself who I'm not really a fan of the being constricted like that. And that's okay
Mhm.
if you're not. You just have to dress accordingly. So
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, you're not going to see me in super fitted pieces
Mhm.
because I just don't like the constriction. Now I will wear something to smooth out. Like I might do like a light grade girdle or something like that. But like that
Mhm.
stuff that I see people they having a struggle in and get in and out of, I'm just not. Oh, I can't do it. I cannot do it. So um I really can't. I can't do it.
Trish,
So
I have tried support underwear and it made it worse. It
mm-mm.
moved all of the road.
All the way to glory.
And so I'm looking down and I said, wait, you're supposed to be smoothing down. You moved everything up. So now it looks like I got my chest and a fufa underneath it.
Yeah.
No, we don't want
Yeah.
that. So you don't want to feel uncomfortable. You don't want it to make your shape look worse. So yeah,
Yeah.
find clothes that make you feel comfortable in how you're presenting yourself. And again, that tank is as simple. It makes a difference. It makes a difference putting on my jeans. If I'm
Mhm.
just wearing some, a skirt, it just makes a difference to help out, not feeling restricted, but helping out with the smoothness. So you can
Yeah.
make yourself look a little bit, fit your clothes better. It does help with the fitting of the clothes.
Yeah. And it's needed. We really do need it. We were talking about how our parents used to have to wear slips and girdles and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
it was so
Mm-hmm.
funny. I have to tell you a quick funny story. My stylist wanted me to wear some fishnet stockings on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And I was born and raised Kojic. And
Mm-hmm.
we had to wear, first of all, back when I was Kojic, they weren't wearing pants. They wearing pants now.
That
So
part.
so we had to wear pantyhose because we wore skirts. You couldn't have your
Mm-hmm.
couldn't wear the bare leg. When
Mm-hmm.
I graduated from that, I don't wear pantyhose. And so when
Mm-hmm.
he said, let's do some fishnet stockings, that would be fly, I got the ticks. I was like, oh, that was not a part of my plan. And he had to ask and beg and ask and beg. And I did wear them. And this
Mm-hmm.
is part of what we were talking about as far earlier, as well, as far as how it's a little bit more difficult. Let's flow right into that since I'm here.
Yeah.
How it's how it's a lot more difficult now than it used to be when it comes to styling. And maybe it's the mindset, being that I was on both sides, so
Yeah.
I can understand, what the stylist is going through. So even though he begged and asked and begged and asked, I gave in and I wore what he suggested I wore.
Mm-hmm.
And he loved it and I liked it, but I still wore it because it was
Yeah.
not something I would have normally wore
Mm-hmm.
for myself,
Mm-hmm.
and that's okay. But we know that the dynamic of being a stylist in this whole arena of
Mm-hmm.
having a stylist it's an in thing now. It's trendy
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
say I have a stylist and all of that, but it doesn't come with the mindset of
Mm-hmm.
that. What's your opinion on that? And then we'll also go back because I wanted to circle back around and tell the difference between a stylist and a consultant. But what's your take on that, in this overly, in my opinion, saturated industry of stylists? What's your take on that?
I believe we've gotten to a place where a stylist is just something you do.
Mm,
And people are getting stylists because they see a celebrity dress a certain way, first lady dress a certain way, and they're like, I want that look.
mhm,
They're missing the point of what a stylist does for you and how it should work for you, not working to be someone else. So I
mhm,
think the industry has gotten oversaturated with the idea of a stylist. So people are just throwing names out, becoming stylists, hiring people just for the look of having a stylist, but not fully invested into. I have a nail technician I've been seeing for the last 6-7 years. She knows my hands, knows everything. You go to your hairstylist, they know your hair, they know how your texture works. If you're stressed out, you have the area that may get a little short. You want someone that you want to invest in your future with your wardrobe. The stylist you get, you should be thinking of that perspective, not it's the craze. Everybody got a stylist, let me get one just to look this way, or to follow a trend of, oh, you get this stylist, you can look like, you know, someone that's on the platform that you look at, and it's more than that.
Yeah. It's way more than that. And it's like you said, it's the ability to say, oh, well, I have a stylist, or my stylist, you know, so-and-so was my stylist, and not, and most of the time they're not the bigger names, which they don't have to be to make them qualified. But then also it's what I have found, what I tripped into was situations where the client already had a preconceived notion of what they wanted to wear, how they were going to wear it, from the earrings down to their toenail polish. They already had the look determined, and all they wanted me for was to co-sign on what they already made their mind up on what they were going to wear. And I just could not, it was a turnoff for me. Not to say when they could have already had a look. If you already got your look, and this is how you want to look, and you are confident about your look, you don't need a stylist. What do you need me for?
No.
You know, if you are already determined in what you're going to wear, how you're going to wear it, we need or want any feedback. You don't need a stylist. So if you already got that determined, then okay, you've styled yourself. But like you said, a stylist is to come in to help you dress for the occasion, help you dress for your body type, help you dress and kind of push the envelope just a little bit for you staying within the parameters of your style. That's what they're there for, guidance and just for a little push, kind of like a coach, like a sports coach. And so I think, and even with my body type, I still need, I know I look best in A-line cut, but then I've had work with stylists that come in and say, well, Trish, try this shape. And just open my eyes up to a whole different look. And that's the purpose of a stylist. And speaking on that, like I told you, I feel like you're more of a consultant. You're a stylist. There's no doubt about it. But you lean more into the consulting side of the house, which is where I believe you teach, you cultivate, you grow with your clients. Break that down, your differences in what we're talking about, stylists versus what you do.
So I consult people, talk with you during the style chat, get an idea who you are. From there, my position is to continue to consult you on what you like to wear, then helping push the envelope to transition to other things. But using that consulting piece of, this is who they are, this is the colors they like these patterns. My husband's a great example of that. Over the years, I have just bought things or presented certain things to him. And now he gets compliments from people everywhere talking about, where'd you get that from? I would never thought putting that together. And he does it himself now because I have provided consultation on, we're out shopping, put these two items together. He would have never done certain prints or any of that. So now when we're shopping, he sees it before me because I've consulted him on how to take who you are, what you currently like, and I push the envelope with certain prints and colors. I can't get him in salmon. That pink area is still off limits. But we can't get to pink yet. But that's how I help consult you on getting you to a place where you look beyond what is normal to you, what is familiar to you, and to see things differently. That you start incorporating different styles, different colors, different patterns, and mixing them together, that it makes sense and it works together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I agree with that because, and for me, you get a stylist will put a look together for you for a special event or whatever for that
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
instance, whereas a consultant is someone who goes the journey with you,
Mm-hmm.
and they're getting you to a point where you can be self-sufficient, even
Efficient.
if it's
Correct.
not to say you won't ever need a stylist for a special occasion, but
Mm-hmm.
your everyday type shopping and
Mm-hmm.
you're developing and they're growing your that muscle when it comes to
Yes.
shopping and being
Mm-hmm.
able to pick things out for yourself and actually what to look for.
Yep.
I found that a lot of times people already possess pieces in their closet
Yes,
that
ma'am.
are awesome pieces. They just don't know how to pair it,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
they don't know how to pair it, which would bring it out more. And so they need
Yes.
extra eye. Do you do that type of consultation as well? Do you actually go into your client's closet?
I do. And I also have a platform I use as well that will
Okay.
allow the client to upload items from their
Mm.
closet, and I can create outfits from there as well.
Oh, cool.
So it helps out with that too. It's good. I use my husband as a good example because he'll come out and he'll say, how's my outfit look? I'm like, and I'm a visual person. So once I get a visual of your closet and what you have, I can tell you, no, you need to choose this jacket, this shirt, this belt,
Mhm.
these shoes. So I'm telling
Mhm.
him, don't go and do that one. And he's like, huh? I said, just put it on. You never judge an item by it on the rack or the hanger.
Yes.
You got to try it on, people. I know you don't want to go to the dressing room, but you got to try it. Got to try it on. And he'd be like, oh, I would never thought that. Because I'm visually seeing you in what you are called to be, what you want to be. And
Mhm.
I'm seeing that visually. So I'm going to help you look in your closet and say, get that item. So
Mm.
that platform helps with that as well.
Yeah, I had Janine on a couple weeks ago. She's a stylist in the sense that she will come in and redo, tell you she's
Mm-hmm.
specifically solely in the closet, your current
Yeah.
closet. And she'll tell you what works, what doesn't work, and then staple pieces. She's more staple
Yes.
pieces, how to move around staple
Mm-hmm.
pieces. And one of the things she said that I thought was very interesting, I don't know if I'm able to do it, but she says that you should hang up every
Mm.
piece of clothing so that every time you go into your closet, you see everything. And my closet would last for days if I did that. And maybe I need to, maybe I need to purge.
Woo, yeah, Trish, you ain't no purge in there. If you ain't touched something in 10 years, unless it's designer and you can get back in it, girl, you may need to let it go.
Well, see, I'm from the Midwest, and from what
Yeah.
we do in the Midwest is we switch out our closet according to season. So when it's
Mm-hmm.
wintertime, my summer stuff is packed away. When it's
Yeah.
summertime, my winter stuff is packed away. So I shuffle. That's why I'm saying I don't know if I would be able to fit everything in a closet at one time. And I wear my stuff, I have to because I have the TV show. So I wear my stuff. But she says
Yeah.
the only thing she has, she puts her undergarments in a basket up under her bed, but everything else is hanging in her closet. That is remarkable to me. But I
That is
understand.
very remarkable.
I understand why. I think she
Yeah.
says because her thing was making sure you wear everything in your closet. That she was big on that. Um, how feasible do you think that is now to you and I mean, if you have a lot of
Yeah.
clothes, I can see where it's an issue, but I mean, do you feel like that is feasible? I guess for many it would be.
I think it's feasible for certain items. Some items you will need to probably fold them and put them visually in a place that you see them.
That you can see.
Since
Okay.
Now, I live in bipolar weather of South Carolina. So we can have winter in the morning, spring in the
Right.
midday, summer in the afternoon.
Mhm.
So my closet has everybody, all seasons, all
Okay.
together.
Mm.
So I can choose today, okay, we need a light long sleeve shirt because it's 75 degrees outside, but it may feel like, 69 in the office. So something light
Mhm.
here. Okay, here's some pants over here.
Mm.
Certain items you may not be able to hang up, like certain sweaters are best folded. because
Yeah.
it takes away from the how
The
they
shape.
fit on you
Yeah.
and the shape of them. But
Mhm.
I do get that if you visually see it in your closet, you
Mhm.
will more than likely wear them. She's trying to get people to stop having, oh yeah, I've got bags under here with some shirts and
Yeah.
I got a box over here with stuff, because then you're like, you don't know what you have, and you keep going shopping and there's more stuff and you
Yeah.
already have it. It was away somewhere in a box.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because
absolutely.
that is true. Because even though I don't put all of my stuff in my closet in all seasons, I still
Mhm.
know what I got.
Yeah.
So because I'm switching out seasonally, I know what I have, and usually during that time, like if when I get ready to go from winter to spring
Mhm.
and summer, if it's something
Mhm.
that I know I'm probably not gonna wear again, or
Mhm.
I haven't worn, then those pieces tend to get donated.
Yeah.
I don't want, because I don't have the space to, I don't have space for it to grow like that. It would just be crazy. So I do understand it. And if my husband would build me just a shoe closet, but I can put all my other stuff, I can fold my sweaters up. I can have everything in my closet. I
But
just
you
need
know what? You know what, Trish? My closet is not big.
really.
My husband has more stuff than me. I am the type
Wow.
of person, I like to know what I have.
Okay.
Want I don't want tons of stuff. I'm an intentional shopper. If I
Okay.
don't love you, I'm not buying you. I don't care if
Wow.
I need it. I need a black dress. If I
Hmm.
don't love you, I'm not buying you. Because then then you're taking up space for something that I really want in my
Yeah.
closet. So my
Yeah.
closet is based. I know, like you said, you know everything you have in for each of the seasons. I basically know that. And if stuff gets too complicated, wait, you got to go. I haven't touched
Hmm.
you. You got to go. I haven't touched you. I try to be
Hmm.
intentional with shopping and having my closet intentional. People, so it keeps me consistent with who
Yeah.
I am, what I like wearing, and I'm aware of what I have. Now, a shoe closet. Now, I do have a shoe problem. Shoe problem at the bottom. I would love a shoe closet. My list for my next home. Lord, I need a shoe room.
Right.
A shoe room. And a handbag. Can we have the handbags in the shoe room? We love that.
Right. So, but yeah, we all, I know I could use a shoe closet, and I don't even talk about it. People ask me how many shoes I have. I say it's none of your business.
None of your business. None.
None of your business. Um, I had the pleasure of interviewing internationally known Gigi Gilzine. He's a designer. He's actually here in Atlanta area now. And one of the things he said to me was, he said, you should already have an outfit before any knowledge or any invite to the event.
Mhm.
And I thought that was so profound, that because that's not me, and I need to get that,
Mhm.
be me.
Mhm.
In other words, what he's saying is, we tend to purchase for events instead of already
Mhm.
possessing
Mhm.
prior to any event. So he's
Mhm.
saying we should already have everything we need in our closet right now, right here, for any event that is to come.
Yes.
What's your take
Yes.
on
So you're walking in the store and you looking back, you walk about the gowns section and you see this gorgeous gown and you're like, oh, that price is amazing. And that's in my
it?
size.
Come
And you're
on now.
like, I don't need that right now, so I'm going to get it. And that is your ticket. The Lord is saying, ding, ding, ding. You don't need it right now, but you
Right.
may need it later. I
Yeah.
mean, those moments will happen where you'll see a great black dress, or you'll see an evening gown, or you'll see some dresses in your office right now. You might be like, I don't need that. I have
Mhm.
done that in seasons where I've purchased things that I've seen like that, and I still have
Mhm.
them today. Sometimes you're
Yeah.
in seasons of buying. And those
Yes.
seasons of buying, you're buying items that may seem not purposeful at the moment. And it may
Mhm.
seem like you're just spending money every weekend. I'm in the season of buying. I'm
Mhm.
Opportunities are here for me to buy right now. So that when
Mhm.
those seasons where you don't have the money to get it, you look in your closet and you got it, and you don't even know why you bought it 2 years
Mhm.
ago, but now it's purposeful now. So I totally agree with that. And there are many times under Mr. Mark, Lord, please forgive me, because showed me dresses and items to get, and I just walked past like, how I'm going to explain to my husband I just spent $50 on a wedding on a gown I ain't never gonna wear. He was like, "What's going on in the closet?" It's coming. It's coming. The event's
Right.
coming.
It's coming.
It's not here
And
yet.
it will be an event. It will be a time when it is
Mhm.
needed. And
Yeah.
and to say shopping off season is very important, is very
Yes.
imperative. So like right now we're getting ready to start shopping because a lot of these stores are getting rid of their winter. They're going to be getting rid of their winter, preparing for spring and summer. And so those are the seasons. At that point, it's out of season for us, but that's in season for shopping. And you're going to get pieces at the minimal cost. And that's when you want to shop. That's when
and you know it's interesting as well. During the pandemic, people are like, I'm gonna go shopping. Oh, yes, you do. I know you're not going nowhere right now, but that doesn't mean you stop. That doesn't mean you stop shopping, looking for items that you'll need for future. Because if you have the money in the season of buying, which seemed like the pandemic, money was coming out freely to everyone. You should have thought about building certain things of that nature for your future. So sometimes we're in the season of buying. And I'm like, Lord, can I get back to that season of buying? Because Lord, my well running dry. And I need to start buying because I see stuff, Lord, that I want to buy. Right. You know, I had a friend of mine from church. She was married for 20 years and she had accumulated. I mean, Louis Vuitton, Christian Louboutin. She was just walking in church. I'm like, girl, where you got that from? She said, I've had these for years. Like she was in a season of buying at that time. Money was available. It was the opportunity was there. She has built it. So she has sustained that luxury line of clothing and shoes she's had, and she's able to still wear them now. So sometimes it may seem crazy to others, you're in that season of buying, but when you're in that season, get what you got to get so that you're prepared for the next. Because now she's like, I can't get this stuff now if I haven't tried. I can't afford this stuff now. But she has it. So she looks and presents herself the same way now that she did 20 years ago because she got it in the season of buying.
Yeah, it is. And I have to buy a lot because I have my show that I do, and you can rewear things, but it's difficult now. I mean, on the show now, I rewear it outside the show, but on the show it's hard to rebuy. And so I just bought maybe 8 pieces, not just bought, but I bought right after New Year's, the beginning of this year. Everybody was 60% down, 60% off. I bought from one boutique, I bought 4 different pieces. One is a formal jumper, and I bought 4 pieces, and that cost those 4 pieces cost me under $200 from a boutique.
That's what I'm talking about, people. Yes, that's good. Boutique prices. Hello.
Yes. So you can't beat that, and you have to find the nice little nugget where you can get in, and they're trying to get rid of stuff. Oh, we need to get rid of this. And that's right when I swoop in. So I know I have to buy certain pieces. And so that's when I'll swoop in and purchase those pieces. We only have a few minutes left. I just wanted to, we were talking about the Grammys and some of the best looks that we thought were the best looks. And we had 3 people that we thought had some of the best looks. I'm just gonna throw the names out there. You give your opinion of their looks. First one up, who we agree on all 3, but Cardi B.
When I say that was artwork, that was artwork. I immediately found out who the designer was. He's from Indy. He's a couture designer, and I started following him. I was amazed. The color, the flow.
Yes.
I mean, it just wrapped her body. I mean, it was, and if on his Instagram page, it shows the model that did the runway for his fashion show with that gown on. It could not compare. Cardi wore it beautifully. It wrapped her curves. Because many times with modeling, they're not thinking about curves. Curves make a difference with certain fabrics and flow of the fabric. I mean, she took that runway. It gorgeous. I mean,
and it's amazing to say that she wore it better than the model. That's crazy.
Yes. Somebody did a side by side. I was like, oh, she killed it. It was beautiful.
Okay. The second look, which I thought was just fabulous. Jasmine Sullivan, her red carpet.
Y'all. That wide brim hat. Sister girl had it going for me and her little black bustier over the white. She did that.
She
Classy
sure did.
at its best. She did that.
Yes. And she was the really all three of these looks that I love the most is they were classy. They showed
Yes.
some skin, but not a lot of skin. They
Not
just
yes.
in great taste. And I feel like the
Yes.
fit of Jasmine's suit was just phenomenal. She's another curvy
Yes.
woman.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
And the last, my favorite, but definitely not the least, Janelle Monáe.
The bottom of her dress, just the fabric and how the lines and it silhouetted down her shape down to the bottom of the little train. It was just flawless, like black beauty and classiness of it. I'm here for her blonde hair. Please don't change the color now. I know you're black back in the day. Stay blonde. Just stay blonde. It's gorgeous. It just with the red lip. It just it's a look. It was a look. Yeah.
I love those three looks. I saw a couple other ones that I didn't care for. We're not even gonna pay attention and even share and speak on those. All this matters is the three that we talked about who had magnificent looks. But thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I don't want to sign off. I want to leave you a few minutes just to encourage us ladies out there that we want to seek out professional assistance, professional help. Ask for these things. Ask for consultation for Valentine's Day next week. Ask for birthday, for anniversary, for Christmas. Those are gifts that keep on giving. And so if you can't figure out, oh, my husband wants to give me something, or a boyfriend, or someone wants to purchase something for me as a gift. Ask them to purchase you some consultation with the stylist. But go ahead and close us out with some encouraging words.
So ladies, we always struggle with our wardrobes, whether it's I'm a new mom, I've got a new job, I've gotten married, I'm single, I'm divorced now, whatever you are in your season of life, always know your clothes have journeyed with you through those seasons, and everything in that closet is not a negative impact to who you are and where you're going. And it's always a way to revitalize yourself in your closet by finding those pieces and making them brand new to you, mixing them up together with different pants you haven't worn together with them, a jacket, a vest, different colors, really embracing who you are and your personal style, and knowing that your closet represents you and it has a purpose for your future. We love shopping, but we should also, like we should love ourselves and appreciate who we are and the skin that we're in. We should love our closets and appreciate the items that we have purchased with love. And when you go out shopping, get that item you love, that you just want to look at it every day in your closet and be glad that you bought it. Not just buying just to be buying because it's on sale. We love a sale and we love a clearance, but we got to always be intentional about what we do to make ourselves be on purpose and be our best selves every single day.
That is it. Be yourself every single day. And she says, your clothes are an expression of you. Don't change it. Revitalize it. Well, thank you so much, Felicia, for hanging out.
Thank you, sis.
Make sure you guys go check out her website. It's in the ticker that has been going across the bottom of the page the entire hour, as well as connect with her on Instagram. She is a gem. You want to put her in your pocket and keep her with you at all times. And as always, guys, thank you for tuning in to Style with Trysh. We got Louisiana. Yeah, we had Louisiana in the house saying hello. But thank you guys for hanging out with us. And until next time, I never sign off without saying love isn't love unless you give it away. So give some love away this week, guys. Love you all and see you next week.
Bye.